everybody, today we'll be doing yet another science experiment. This one is called the carbon snake, although it will be more like a carbon worm. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to get a mixture to turn into a compound which will change the form. So there we have a lot of sand so that the cardboard below won't catch on fire. And here we have the mixture, which is baking soda, which is called sodium bicarbonate, plus sugar, which is called sucrose. So what we'll be doing is we add a little bit of fuel around here so that it catches fire.
And this is sawdust.
Yeah, we are using a sawdust. So first we'll do this, then we'll pour this mixture here. So it's here, and then in order for the fire to continue, we'll use some sanitizer which will act as the fuel, which will make the fire grow.
And we're using sanitizer because it's alcohol.
It has alcohol, which is the fuel. Now let's light this. So I'll just light one of. Yeah, so I think it's caught fire. So there we go. We have the beginning of the experiment. So it's turning into a blackish substance. So sometimes if you get the experiment, if you get the experiment with all the things right, you will get a really big snake which will grow out like that. But here we'll get small worms more than snakes. So that's why I changed the name to carbon worms than snakes. So what's happening here is there's fire here. One thing, did you know that sanitizer, when you set sanitizer on fire, it has almost invisible flames. So you can't see anything happening here, but if you look carefully, you will see that there are orange flames here and there. So it's wandering off. So now it's caught fire there, and you can see them growing there. Here it's doused. So here we see that this black thing is a compound. So that compound is called sodium carbonate. Now what is happening here is the mixture is turning into a compound, thus the form is also changing. Here it's just a mixture of sugar and baking soda, but here once it turns into a compound, it comes as a different form. So that we have our carbon snake. So it starts puffing out. So carbon dioxide is one of the outcome of this equation. So that is what pushes the sodium carbonate outwards. Here they are growing bigger,
Huge.
they're humongous now.
They're much bigger than the previous try.
So we can see that the flames here, the flames are there in an orangish color, and the baking soda plus sugar is turning into the sodium.
And the only
carbonate.
thing that we changed was adding a lot more sanitizer, and this is the result we got.
So what I'm thinking is, I think we put it far apart, so the flames didn't really reach the center. Now it has, because we have done it much closer and we have put in much more amount. Whoa, that's beautiful.
What happens if I put sanitizer in the...
What you're actually doing is you're adding another reactant into the mixture, and which will change the way the reaction goes.
Okay. We could try this one more time to see like how better we could get this.
Yeah. So, whoa, that's awesome. It's growing bigger and bigger. There. Right there. Ooh, it's hot.
I think that the bottom part is already caught on flames and the thing has already happened, but on top it's not happened. So how do you make the top part work?
The idea is not to get the whole thing working, just to get the things working. Because now what you can do, here we have made a mound shape. So if we catch a fire on the base, only the base will get burned, will turn to compound, but the top won't.
Yeah.
Right? Because, so if we next, if we want to get the top, then we need to add the alcohol somewhere above the base, so that will also catch. But in the place where you add the alcohol, that place won't burn. Let's try one more time.
It's doused, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's doused. Let's add it here. Yeah. Yeah, it caught fire. It caught fire. It caught fire here.
Yeah, I'm bringing it around.
I think it got doused. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it got doused inside. Just add a little bit of sanitizer. Yeah, it got there. So there,
So we can see the invisible flames.
this time, yeah, it's no more visible.
Visible flames that became now.
So there, just need to climb up. Yeah, there we go. See, now we got on the top. But now that place where it's burning here in the base, that won't catch on fire.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is getting taller. Whee!
Oh my god, that's big.
It looks like a worm emerging from the ground.
Ugh.
It's pushing against. So what's actually pushing it out is the carbon dioxide that's released. You would have also noticed this when the baking soda gets heated, right? There's carbon dioxide that gets released. So when you're baking, you'll see the spongy effect. So here also you can notice that there's a spongy effect.
Yeah.
Is it still burning?
What if I try touching this?
So yeah, let's try touching that.
Oh my god,
It's powdery, right?
yeah.
So I flattened it a bit. If we remove this layer, oh my god!
Oh my gosh, that's like really a lot.
See that powder there? That's the sodium carbonate. Let's just put this aside because there's a mound right underneath that, and even a mound of some sawdust. Yeah, it caught fire.
Ooh, put it all around. Quick, 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 put it all around. Before it douses again. Oh my god, I can feel the heat.
Okay, wow, this works. This is working really well. Just a second. Okay, this is working really well. See that? Whoa, okay, you can. Just a second.
Yeah, I've zoomed it.
So see here, it's getting bigger and bigger. You can see bubbles forming up in the base. That is the carbon dioxide that's pushing it outward. Wait a second, I think the flames just got down.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Look at that side. Look at.
Whoa, this is big. Ouch. Burns.
No, let it grow. Later we'll see if we can, we'll touch it.
The flame is still burning. Or is it?
Yep, it's still growing. Bro, your fingers.
Yeah, I think the flame is gone.
No, I can feel the heat.
Yeah, I think the heat is remaining. Okay, okay, definitely douse it now. Let's try to see what is underneath. Look here.
Your shadow is falling in.
Yeah. Look here.
Whoa!
So that's the very small amount of this mixture that this is coming from, and you can see from the base. Okay, and if you want to continue this experiment, you just take those, move it aside.
The heap of
The heat, yeah, of sodium carbonate. Let's try it once more. Look at the sodium carbonate that's growing on this.
Wait, move your hand a little bit aside. Oh, on that?
On this, some sodium, some of the mixture got stuck here and just fell out. It's foaming. I don't think so. That's a good sign.
Put it on top of. Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting it on the top. I can feel the heat.
I'm boiling.
These are awesome, you know. There, it's grown big.
Quite big.
Now it's coming as if it's a
Volcanic.
carbon. What do you call it? Carbon big worm. It may not be a snake or carbon baby snake.
Okay.
If you want, you can come make up many names. Okay, it's doused. Yeah, it's definitely doused. Now let's see. Wait, it's powdered. Awesome. And as I told you before, there's this carbon dioxide effect which will make it spongy.
Yeah. You know,
It's like a cake which has gone wrong, or a cake which is burnt. Yeah. So this was a clear example of how a mixture turns into a compound. When if you there is another example of sulfur plus iron fillings, and that's a mixture. And when you heat it up, it turns into iron sulfide. I think so. Yeah. So this was one of the examples where a mixture turns into a compound. The cool thing is the compound is growing, so it gives a growing effect, and which makes it look like a snake. You know, one of these biggest snakes which can get is like around 50 centimeters, like this big. So so that's where you have all the equipment and you do it right. Here we couldn't get much. We tried with what we had, and I think it was all impressive enough.
yep. Surely is.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
watching.
Yeah.
If you have done any such experiments on mixtures and compounds, you can share it in the comments below.
Or you can also do the experiments by yourself and share your observations, views, or whatever you want to share about the experiment. You can share it in the comments below.
Yeah.
Thank you.